Hello everyone, welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls. And if you remember from the last video, um, we tried to do some co-op. We got a good distance, but there was a bit of lag, and at the end of it, I got disconnected. Or well, I'm not sure if I got disconnected or the host got disconnected, or but safe to say, we didn't complete the main objective of doing co-op, which is usually to defeat the area boss. Now there are more co-ops down the line that I partake in, but not anytime soon. Now here what I'm trying to do is, instead of going straight on with the journey, I wanted a bit of a side, not really a side quest, but I wanted to fight the Black Knight, and I wanted to lure him all the way down into a bigger environment and take him on in a bigger area rather than up here in this tower. So as you can see, luring him out wasn't all that easy, but we finally did it. And when I got all the way out here, I figured, why not have the dragon kill him for me with his fire breath. I was actually worried that I was backing way too far onto the bridge anyway in the first place, so I figured, why not try it if I could. And as you can see from the increased amount of souls I got from this section, that indeed the Black Knight died. And you can also tell from the yellow item marker on the bridge. So here I still need to go and get it, and the dragon is still in the way. So I'm contemplating how best to approach this. I haven't fully figured out how the oh, my character looks bad ugly. Anyway, I haven't figured out fully how the dragon's actions go. So this is a bit of a safe spot here, just above the staircase, and make a run for it. Didn't really have time to see what I got. Didn't manage to wholly make it in time, but at least we're still alive. I think what I did get was a Titanite chunk, I think, which is an upgrade item for weapons. And I also got a shield, the Black Knight shield. Now I don't really know what I was doing there. I don't know why I ran into a fire. I think it was probably I was thinking that the dragon had actually jumped and dropped down on the bridge, like he did last time when I ran over into the into that section there. But instead he sprayed fire instead. I was expecting him to jump down, and I assumed, well, why not just run? Because that's what I'm intending to do anyway. Run to the back. So at least I know by standing here a while that after a few seconds the dragon does jump down. And run! And so we made it past him. But unfortunately, I think he just turns around and sprays me, which he didn't do last time, which is a surprise. It got me off guard, but at least we got the items. We killed the Black Knight, and as you can see, my soul, my bloodstain, is there, and I intend to get it because well, I killed the Black Knight and that gave a bit of souls. And here I decided to check out the items that I got, and it's the Black Knight shield. Of course, being a Black Knight and being a shield, my character isn't good enough to carry it. You need, 16 strength, and my character doesn't have 16 strength. and here I'm just looking through other equipment that I have. Nothing particularly interesting. Do I change over? Yeah, I think I do. One or two things. Doesn't really change much of my character's appearance. So here I decide to make a run for the bloodstain. I wasn't sure if the dragon was going to come back, but since I don't see anything, just make a run for it. As you can see, no one's really chasing me, so that worked out fine. And now I finally decide to press on with the main journey. Well, a bit of messing around as well. And here, what I wanted to show you here is, you know how I opened the shortcut by opening the gate at the back there, by pulling the lever behind it? Well, I just assumed that it would be open. Always, you know, once you open it, it's open. So you see that guy running back there, I didn't pay much attention to the guy running back, but then it hit me, wait, is he gonna be dropping the gate? And he did. And seriously, that made me speechless, man. So anyway, I had to go through all of that again, and as you can see, I died a few times as well, here and there, and that was one of them. And the thing is, I didn't really know that you could cross that bridge just now, and I hope you guys remember where this area is, because it's on the right hand side of the church, of that building there, which is a church-like building, and where the gate was that the guy just now closed is in front of this church, and we are currently on the right hand side of the church, at least from where we're looking, on the right hand side. But anyway, this section I didn't try going here before because I assumed the bridge would collapse, because in the demo of the game there was a hole in the bridge. It looked like the bridge had collapsed when someone had tried to run across, because I mean it was a demo, and so I assumed, it's not like I started from the beginning, so I assumed people had played before me and someone had gone through and died across the wooden plank bridge there that connected these two sections, because there was a hole. But you know, maybe it was just the demo and they were restricting access to the area, and that's a bad play by me. And just arrows sticking out the back there, it's kind of funny. But yeah, you actually can, and it's a much better path, as you will soon find out. So right now I'm just trying to stay out of line of sight of the archer, and the dudes can really evade you this time. I don't remember in Demon Souls enemies evading all that much. So now, as you can see, I don't really have that many soul arrows. I don't have any left anyway, and my essence flask only has 2 left, so not really much to take on the strong knights. And my sword itself does weak damage. So there's this section here. I know inside the church there are tough enemies, so that's why I decided to go down here. I have no idea what's down here. And you can hear a bell ringing in the background. I'll touch more on that later, another date. But it's a pretty cool mechanic in the game, actually. It's part of the online component, and I'll talk about that in more detail another time. Hopefully I remember. As you can see here, there's a blacksmith ahead. Of course, I'm wholly trusting in the message, which is why I'm almost running. Almost. Well, I wouldn't 100% trust that it's a safe zone. But you can hear something in the background, and that's the blacksmith smithing away. Then do we find a bonfire? You do not know how relieved I was that there was a bonfire here. course, I forget to actually, you know, rest at the bonfire. Be wary. Doesn't sound good. It's hairy dude. There's a pathway opposite him as well. But let's talk to him.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
So as you can see, there's quite a few things that you can do at a blacksmith. You can also learn gestures for what that, if you consider that worthwhile. It's free, so...
Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed. But every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair.
Okay.
You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you. So pay them a little respect, eh?
So as you can see, there's a few things that we can do. To modify equipment, we need a special sort of substance or item. For your normal weapons, just to forge them and increase them, you need a more common item. In fact, you can buy the item at this guy itself. So the Titanite shard can be purchased here at this blacksmith. So that's pretty straightforward. You can also reinforce armor as well. You can also repair stuff. And another, the bell is ringing again in the background. And so here is the Titanite shard that you can purchase. And it just improves your standard weapon. As you can see, it goes from like short sword to short sword +1. It's pretty much similar to how it was in Demon Souls. I think I do upgrade my short sword here once. Yeah, so I buy one of the items, upgrade items, and use it on my short sword. Because hey, I could use all the extras for my melee attacks that I'm having to rely upon.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
I remember to rest at the bonfire. So I think I decided to see what's out here. Looks like the path is closed at the far end, so let's see where it goes. So there's a dude there that's sort of camouflaged. Can't really see him. Sounds weird.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge. No matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
You don't have to laugh.
Still closed. Still closed. Still
This
closed.
area is
Still closed.
it's for later in the game really, and you'll see how that guy is pretty much lazy. Is the reason why he isn't in there yet. but you'll see all that later. So I decided to head up back into the church because I know there's still some stuff to do there. There's some random messages all around. I bet a lot of people don't even know that when you rate a message positive, that the person who wrote that message gets a humanity increase. As you can see at this moment, I have 2 on mine. I think I mentioned it before. It's on the upper left of the heads up display, where your life bar and your stamina bar is. The number 2 next to that, in my case, is the number of humanities I have sort of like equipped, so I can use that to enter human form, or sort of like kindle a bonfire, and also has other effects as well that I'll probably get into another time. And it's just that, you know, it can be a pretty big and important stat, I guess it would be called, in the game. And you'd think a lot more people would rate messages positive, especially, you know, good messages, because it really does help the player in the game. However, I personally wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people missed out on the writing crystal or the summoning crystal. Or, you know, I know people who can't be bothered to equip the item, equip the writing crystal in their item slot. So, I mean, they can't even be bothered to put it on the so they can't be bothered to press start and access it that way, so they just leave it, which is a shame, really. I think for the most part I keep it on my item slot, mostly because all the other items aren't really all that necessary for a quick reference or a quick pick. I mean, your S's plus definitely, but the rest not really. And here I write a message. I was originally wanting to put it across the other side, but because I rested at the bonfire and the enemies over there respawned, I couldn't be bothered to actually fight them again, so I just made one here in a hope to tempt people to cross and find the bonfire. It was a great help to me. I mean, it replenished my soul arrows, so can't imagine how other mage classes would go through the main or the front door of the church. As I was saying, this is sort of the right side of the church. Where the boar was is sort of the front side of the church, the boar and the gate. Anyway, I think we're near the end of this video, and we come across a big knight dude with a big shield and a mace as a weapon. So this battle will be the end of this video, and we'll see who comes on top. He's pretty slow. As you can see, luckily I replenished my soul arrow stock. And he dies. See you guys.